Need cheap coins right now? Check out redzonecoins.com. For the very best discount available, use code DIRECTOR for 20% off. Hold up. 20% off? That's cheaper than any other YouTuber. Big ups to redzonecoins.com. Use code DIRECTOR.
Kia ora, brothers. What's up? It's the Director. Madden Ultimate Team fans, we got Most Feared coming into the game tomorrow, and with that, some confirmation of some players that should be seeing significant upgrades tomorrow for Most Feared. We're also getting our first preview, official preview, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So what I'd like to do is try and decipher what a lot of these clues mean, because we did get some reveals, but we also got some of these awesome clues. These are some of my favorite videos to do because I get to put on the Sherlock's hat and just get to work, see if we can figure out which power-up players to pick up, how much coins you guys want to have saved up, most importantly, what some of the best cards are going to be coming into the game tomorrow. So very, very exciting stuff to see. Now, before we do get started, hit us up with a like and sub if you do enjoy this content. The small amount of time you guys take to hit the like, sub, and bell notification helps me out a lot. Also, check out my sponsor, redzonecoins.com. For a limited time, you can put in my code DIRECTOR to get 1 million coins for under 90 bucks, and that's a pretty screaming deal if you ask me. Get ready for Most Feared, guys. With that, let's get into this video. Lights, camera,
action.
the Most Feared promo and which players we can expect to see in game tomorrow. Now, of course, Troy Polamalu has already been revealed. We've seen his stats. We'll go over that in just a second. But what I also wanted to go over is what GameStop posted as far as other information about what we're getting tomorrow. Now, it says here right above my head, carved your way through this season's Most Feared content, including special Halloween night limited time event, thrilling ultimate challenge sequences in the style of dungeon crawl. Now, what that kind of means, a dungeon crawl is kind of like, it's a very nerdy thing. We've officially entered the realm of like Magic the Gathering meets Madden Ultimate Team. We've been joking about it for years, and it's finally here. It's basically kind of like this RPG style maze thing. Think like create your own story kind of mode. Like it's going to be interesting to see how they pull that off. But what I'm more interested in is the house rules, which are going to be returning tomorrow, as well as solo battles. Very, very interesting. Now, I did want to take a look at this Troy Polamalu. Okay, this Troy Polamalu, what does this card look like? Is it good? Is it something you guys want to be excited about? 90 speed, 92 acceleration, definitely looks nice, 90 zone, and 90 hit power. This card always plays really, really good for me. The problem in today's meta and today's Madden Ultimate Team head-to-head play is that 78 man coverage. I know there's a lot of guys that like to use their safeties, you know, maybe in nickel or dime packages with good man coverage, because they're going to be using a lot of man coverage with those players. So Troy Polamalu, I would say a minimum of 85 man is what you're going to want to see to get him, you know, chemmed up to 90 man in order to hit those thresholds. That is a little bit discouraging, a little bit disappointed, but at the same time, this Troy Polamalu, every year that he comes out, I mean, last year, you know, being the first time in a long time, he's always really, really good. He has what we call the Mud Force factor. He plays well over his overall. So I think Troy Polamalu is going to be a really nasty card. I want to take a look at some of the clues that we got over the week. Now, starting with this one. Now, I'll be honest, guys, those symbols really threw me off. I literally, for like an hour straight, recreated a lot of these little symbols and stuff like that, and then tried reverse image searching them to see if there was some kind of way I could decipher what they mean. From what I could tell, from what I could find out, it seems like these are made-up symbols that kind of point you in the right direction of what these players could be, okay? And I also did a scrub over this image with an inverted sequence, so basically I can see all the darks a little bit easier. And I did find a couple of things. We'll show you guys what my findings were here. So the top right hand, I'm thinking obviously the biggest, you know, clue on this whole thing is the moon. We're thinking maybe that's Warren Moon. On the right side here, I'm kind of covering it. Some people kind of think that there's something going on that side. Let me see if I can turn off my cam here for a second. Right there. So you guys can see, I can't see anything really, but you guys let me know if some people say they see a helmet with like a number. Some guys are saying they see an 81 with like, you know, a 49ers helmet, thinking maybe be a TO or something like that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Now, over here in the middle section, which is where I did most of my digging around, I kind of just took a stab at what I think these symbols mean. You got a crab there underneath it. I have ball, for Baltimore, kind of printed out right there. Thinking that could be like a Michael Crabtree or maybe even a Ray Lewis, something that had to do with Baltimore. The symbol next to it, fin, maybe looks like, you know, a Dolphins fin. Maybe we're going to see a Dolphins player. Hopefully that Tennessee logo right there, the music logo does mean Tennessee, and I'm hoping that does mean that we're going to get Jadeveon Clowney finally. And there is more evidence to further prove that as we go along in this video. The middle one, I think it's long hair. I think it's Troy Polamalu. We already know that one. The next one looks like a mouth. My best guess was probably Snacks, Harrison, possibly getting a card soon. And these other three kind of looks like stuff that you would expect to see in archetypes. The first one being Jump. Obviously Jump printed right above it, and then Secure Catch kind of looks like, you know, when you're cradling a football, kind of like that. That's my best guess, at least. Maybe it's somebody with really good secure catching. And then Throw Power, obviously looking at a quarterback. Also, if you take a look above there, you'll see that it's a kind of a 9. Let me turn this off for a second there. You kind of guys, maybe you can't see it as well as I can. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. It looks kind of like there's a 9 printed on this building. So I decided, you know, let's go ahead and outline that so you guys can see it a little bit better. That's kind of my guess, my best guess as to what's going on there. Okay, let's take a look at the next image here. This one was released, I think, yesterday or the day before. There is a couple of things that I did notice in here. The first thing I want to kind of look at is on the top right-hand side. You guys kind of see me turning that layer on and off. Kind of looks like a Monster energy drink logo. I'm guessing that probably has something to do with like maybe some of the equipment and stuff that you can get in Madden the Yard. So maybe that's something to look out for as well. Also, if you take a look, there's 9 eyes. I did point that out. And then I did circle all these. I think we already know what the player is from these clues. It's going to be Troy Polamalu. You've got the Trojan over there on the left side. You got like the metal worker in the middle, and you've got the really long hair on the right. I think that's all pointing towards Troy Polamalu. I don't think it means anything more than that. Next thing I did was increase the brightness a little bit so I can see a little bit of those. There's a texture over the whole picture, and it's kind of like white, grungy kind of texture, to see if I can look past that at any other clues. And there is some like shapes and stuff like that, but nothing really concrete. I then inverted it to see the blacks a little bit easier. Couldn't really find anything. So you guys let me know, you know, in these treated pictures, if there's anything you guys could see that I couldn't. From what I could tell so far, the biggest clues on here are definitely Troy Polamalu and 9 eyes and the Monster energy drink logo. Okay. Next up is a photo from the Madden mobile game. This is why I'm thinking that that Tennessee logo is going to mean Jadeveon Clowney. He is coming into the promo for Most Feared on mobile, so I'm going to go ahead and guess that Tennessee logo, or at some point we are going to see Jadeveon Clowney enter the game, because for whatever reason, he hasn't been in Ultimate Team yet. I think this is going to be the promo that he does make his debut. Now, lastly, yesterday we did get a video kind of showing us a teaser of what's going on with Most Feared, and I'm going to kind of, you know, scrub through this a little bit with you guys to show you what's going on. Now, behind me, you can't really see it. Let me see if I can turn my thing off for a second there. It does say Jordan. I'm going to go ahead and say that's Cam Jordan. This was revealed by EA yesterday. If we continue to scrub, you can see Richard Sherman on the right side. Continue to scrub. We're going to see another pumpkin that says Alexander with his number next. So that's Jar Alexander, cornerback. And then we got DeAndre Hopkins there on the left side. Henry Ruggs III on the right side. You guys can kind of see that behind my head there. And then Aaron Donald just before we see the logo reveal here. It says Madden Ultimate Team, or it says Madden 21 Most Feared with the EA logo. Okay, and that's as far as we know. That's coming tomorrow. So we do have a couple interesting ones. Cam Jordan, Richard Sherman, Jar Alexander, DeAndre Hopkins, Henry Ruggs, and Aaron Donald. So if you guys want to go pick up any of their, like, I don't know, like their power-ups and stuff like that, or save up some coins because you know you want to add those guys to your squad, that's probably the move right now. Now, one last thing I did want to go over before we close out this video is one more thing. If we go back to this image over here, there was one more treatment that I did that kind of revealed a player I don't think a lot of us were expecting, okay? And if you turn up the opacity on certain levels of the lighting of this photo, you'll slowly but surely see that probably the master of this promo is indeed going to be LaDainian Tomlinson. Well, guys, that's all I've got for today's video. If you did like it, hit us up with a like and sub on your way out. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Also, hit up the sponsor, redzonecoins.com. Load up on some coins before tomorrow because it's going to get crazy. Again, you put my code in, you can get 1 million coins for under 90 bucks. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been The Director. We'll see you next time. And as always, bolt up and stay frosty.